feeling my spirit being corrupted by the music. Future, I'm talking to you, future. When I was a little girl, listening to all your music, being on drugs and sipping lean and all of these different things, ooh, the mental patterning was so deep because you're listening to this music. I was in that culture. You're listening to this music and you're feeling it. You're feeling so cool. You're feeling so sexy. You're out with your friends, you're doing all these things, and these mental patternings of lack and destruction and corruption and victimization. Just, if I could describe the frequency that's actually happening in the inner being, baby girl, the mental patterning that the culture, that the music, that the media, that social media, that all of this judgment that we internalize, these mental patterns that get stuck in our minds and then get dropped down into our feeling states in our bodies. This is what is creating the patterning of your reality. And future, it is all love. I'm just giving the example of how I chose to engage with it was creating a future for me of destruction and limitation and decay, to be quite honest. And so to have practices now that I have been into that have been able to deep clean my mind and deep clean my feeling states from my past, because oh wow, it got deep. It got real deep. It got real deep in there. And so to have, is that funny? So today I want to get down and dirty, and by dirty I mean get you so grounded in your real self reality. Leave your facades at the door. No Netflix and chill, real self and chill. The universe, just as the law of gravitation works automatically, holding a mountain or a marble in place. It's not judging how heavy or how big or grandeur the mountain is over the marble. This law holds in place in our external reality the patterns that we have within our mind, within our feeling states, within our reactional states. And so while this can be like, oh snap, this is deep, how am I gonna change this? It's extremely liberating because you placed it there, or something within the culture, something within the environment implanted it there. And if you have enough energy running through your system, that's why on my channel I have all this breath work, all this yoga, all of these things for you to clean out the mental patterning, clean out the emotional reactivity, to deep clean all of it out. You can get back in touch with that real self. This embodied can change your life dramatically. If you say, okay, I'm ready to be a millionaire today, but for the past 3 decades, you have been thinking thoughts of lack, and these thoughts of lack have been dropped down into your feeling state, and you have felt limited and in lack, in like a victim of life. And then today you decide, I think it'd really be nice to align with $1 million. That's beautiful. But you've got to remember, when a fan is moving in momentum one way and you hit the off switch, the fan keeps going for a bit as the momentum slows down. It doesn't just, you hit the fan off and the fan stops on a dime. The momentum has to slow down. It's the same thing with mental patterning. So be gentle on yourself just by becoming aware and connecting to the fact that you could expand and put more vitality and radiance and purpose and peace into your life. That is the first step, and it's a huge, massive step. So congratulate yourself for exactly where you are. To even be connecting with this video, you're on the path of embracing your life of preference, because you're a creator. You're a creator. You're endowed with the gift if you accept it. Accept yourself. Accept where you are right now. Accept the past. Don't let it limit you. Let it inspire you to be crystal clear on the future that you're summoning, that you're aligning, that you're embodying into. Your current circumstance, are a reflection of the patterns that you're either consciously or unconsciously holding within your mind or within your feelings. That's deep. That's really deep. That's really deep. But what's liberating about it is that if your current mental patterns are holding in place your current reality, that means if you can change, and you can change your mental patterning. Sometimes it doesn't happen in one day. It can instantaneously happen. It totally can. But sometimes it doesn't happen in one day. But if you can start to go into your mental patterning, finding where the mental patterning is self-doubt, uncertainty, confusion, and overwhelm, and unworthiness, and you start to take note of those, and you just, like going into a garden, you go into your mental garden and you just start to uproot anything that is not in alignment with the highest vision that you're holding for yourself. And right now, you might not even know that highest vision, but this is a start. This is where we begin. This video is where we begin. This is the initiation of returning to connecting with the callings and the evolutionary oomph, with that energy that is calling you forward to be your real self today. And by being your real self right now today, it ignites the world. You can change the face of humanity by connecting with the realness within you. Not conforming, not going into what you see on your social media or what's in the news or the cultures of the time. It's beautiful to be inspired by those, but not destroyed by those. Don't let the culture, don't let the media, the social media destroy, corrupt the real you. And if you have a certain calling, a certain knowing that this is happening to you right now, it is all good. And this is the perfect place to be, because I had that happen to me on the deepest levels. That's why it is so important not to define your present moment or your future by where you have been, by the things that you have been through, by the things that you've experienced, by the things that you've had to overcome to this point. It's important to take the wisdom and the lessons and the mastery from every past experience that we've encountered. But it's important to not let it define or limit where you are now or where you're heading. There are so many things that have happened in my past that if I would have let those stories, let those acts, let those emotional states of how I felt, how I made myself feel, how I let others made me feel. If I was to let those storylines of the past keep perpetuating in my current reality, I wouldn't be getting anywhere. I would be very stagnant, I would be very frustrated. But because I can look at stories from the past, look at feeling places from the past, and start to alchemize the energy to know that I can choose to feel any way that I want to today. And in return, the momentum of those choices can literally guide my ship into the future. I'm taking it as my responsibility to do that. Just getting in touch with having the energy to be able to witness what patterning, and sometimes it's deep. That's why it's very important to have processes where you go internal deep so that you can bring anything that's really pushed down there, that's out of your physical view, your conscious view of awareness, stuff that's down there implanted in your body. That's why practices like the breath, yoga, meditation, just practices where you're cleaning out internally. You're bringing things to the surface to be faced and freed from within you so that you can connect to the real self of who you are and why you came here. Your mental reproduces the physical. Your mental. So if you begin to upgrade this mental, and like I said, this might not happen overnight. This is a process, and you have to be gentle, and you have to connect to something, your real self, the spirit within you, to give you the momentum to keep going towards your vision every single day, no matter the outcome that happens. Be patient with this sense, this urge to evolve, to embrace a better life. I encourage you, I invite you to get clear about what you are ready to experience, what you're ready to align with, what you're moving in the direction of, and be grateful for where you are today. Be gentle, be gentle, be gentle. We can evolve through ease. You don't always have to evolve through suffering. I did a lot of that. I'm done with that. I'm done evolving through suffering. I'm here to evolve in ease, in grace. Because I learned through it. I learned the suffering, the evolution through suffering, and that was cool because wow, you go really deep and I can soar really high. But there's another way, and we're moving in that direction, in the acceptance that you can create and be and live in your life of preference while that's the best thing for all that is simultaneously. That is the destiny of this place. Take this information, rewatch this video if it's aligned with where you are in your journey and align with what you're here to experience, what feels good and what's evolving for you. One of my favorite ways to keep myself energized so that I can be present in every moment, to keep evolving, to witness what's in my mind, how I'm feeling, how I'm behaving, how I'm reacting, is the breath. I'm gonna link a couple classes here. If you haven't tried it, take it at your own pace. It's a beautiful way to cleanse yourself mentally and emotionally, to keep you aligned with that vision that you're crafting for your life, with that new potential and that expansion that you are embracing. So give yourself a big hug, stay gentle on yourself, drop how you're feeling about this in the comments or what you would like to hear more on. I'm sending you all the most love. Rise up together, and by rising up individually, we can inspire and share that rising within ourselves with everybody that we come into contact with our communities, with the earth, and really change the situation and the sensitivity and the relatability of how we're being on this planet right now. Let's all return to the real, be that, and share that as a gift with humanity, the world, and the universe. Mwah. Commands that, you command that in the people that you come across, and then all of a sudden my real self is connecting with your real self, and your real self is connecting with that, and you're creating and sharing and inspiring from this real frequency, of spirit, this evolutionary mechanism that wants the best for you, that wants the best for your life. Think about the planet. If I really take this information, I embody this today, and then you take it and you embody it. You got a pee-pee? Look at my baby got a pee-pee. Be right back. Come on.